We're going for a little walk in the cold. It is cold today. This morning between 25 and 30 degrees. In this video, we are going to talk about weather. Now, I just got back from a little run out here in the cold weather. So we're going to take a walk and we're going to talk all about weather. Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not. Whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot. We'll weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not.
Just like the poem.
Just like the poem?
Yes, just like the poem. We are talking about weather in Lynchburg, Virginia in this video. I have been here for 6 years now from the weather station in Pennsylvania. So we're going to talk about what I've experienced and what Google tells us.
Googling it now.
Don't Google it right now. Let's hang out here first. But where is here, you might ask? Well, you might have been doing your research already, or you might have just begun to do your research, but you will know that Lynchburg, Virginia is in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, east of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We are south central Virginia, really south, like an hour and a half north of the North Carolina line, but right in the middle, east to west of Virginia. We are 8,800 miles north of the South Pole and 3,600 miles south of the North Pole, and I doubt that helps you at all. But if you think of it in terms of the US map, we're kind of right in the middle of Bangor, Maine and Miami, Florida, on the East Coast. What does that mean for you? It means you get all 4 seasons here.
That's exciting.
Yes, Mindy, it is exciting. But it's also good because it's not too extreme. Stick around to the end of the video and I'll give you a good little snapshot at temps throughout the year, and we'll also talk about this sweatshirt right here. This very sweatshirt I'm wearing. A little trivia about this sweatshirt at the end of the video. In summertime it is hot and sometimes humid. In the wintertime it is cold and sometimes uncomfortably cold, but there are not a lot of uncomfortable days. And speaking of comfort, do you know what else is not uncomfortable? Contacting me if you're thinking about moving to in or around the Lynchburg, Virginia area. I'm going to put my name and number and email on the screen, and you can reach out at any time you would like to get the conversation going and talk about what's the weather like in Lynchburg, Virginia? What is the culture like? What is anything like? Give me a call and we can chat about it. The cold season here is the end of November to March, with the coldest month on the books being January, and that's where we are right now as I film this little video. Winter lows are in the upper 20s to low 30s, and the daytime highs are in the 40s. We do have episodes of snow and sometimes ice, and that can have a pretty big effect on things depending on where you are elevation-wise and exactly whether it's snow or ice or a combination. We just had a little snow a couple days ago. I'm going to scan around here. You can see some white in the background, and we're forecasted to get a little more snow tonight into tomorrow. The annual snowfall average here in Lynchburg is 6 to 9 inches, and that snow is falling between December and February. Let's jump right to the hot season, summer. You're looking at the end of May to September as the hot season, with July being the hottest month on the books. Summer highs are in the mid 80s to low 90s, and we can have some humid days in there. July is the hottest month, and it's also the wettest month. That's with the number of days that experience some precipitation, not with total rainfall.
It's gonna rain.
But overall annual rainfall is around 44 inches. Thunderstorms can come and go quickly. If you're near Liberty University, you might hear the warning siren go off for a thunderstorm, because you always want to be aware of lightning if you're out and about. And of course, that hot and humid weather all depends on what you're comparing it to, where you're moving from. It's a lot more timid than it is down south if you're talking about hot, and it's a lot more timid if you're talking about winter from the northeast. Spring season is March to May with temps in the 50s to 70s. And there's lots to do around here. Spring, fall, the most comfortable times for hiking, disc golf, pickle ball, and golf. Why have I not mentioned golf yet?
Let's just play some golf.
I don't even remember if I said hiking, but hiking. Hiking is a big one here, right in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And water activity, we're right next to the James River. So if you want to get out in the James River, do some paddle boarding, there's a different kind of boat thing they have going on there. I forget what it's called. boating, fishing. Spring season can be a great time for that, but do pack a jacket because like I said, those rain showers, they sneak up on you. They come and go quickly here. And then fall, September to November, 40s to 70s, beautiful foliage. You can take a drive up and down the Blue Ridge Parkway. You can hit the Skyline Parkway or Skyline Drive. If you're up further, closer to Charlottesville, there's lots of good, beautiful stuff outside. You can still hike, play pickleball and golf in the fall. So one of the great things about the Lynchburg, Virginia area is you get to experience all 4 seasons, but you don't get those extremes. Here's a look at the temps throughout the year. You have a nice variation. You have outdoor activities that you can attend. You have colleges and universities around here. If the weather's too cold during the winter, you can go see an indoor event. It's a great place to be. And weather, if you don't want it cold all the time or hot all the time or most of the time, Lynchburg, Virginia could be a place for you. Now, let me get home to my place and then I will give you the trivia about this sweatshirt. Thanks for sticking around here till the end. Now we're going to talk about the little trivia with this sweatshirt. You're not going to believe how old this sweatshirt is. Let me show you. That sweatshirt right there, buddy. That sweatshirt is 33 years old. I got this sweatshirt, took it with me to the Pennsylvania State Police Academy when I checked in November of 1992, and it's still stuck around. Had those names on there so they could yell at us by our last name, and it's still with me, and I still wear it occasionally to go for these runs on these cold days. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.